I found the receipt in my daughter Phoebe's backpack while looking for her calculus homework. Starbucks, 3:23 p.m. Starbucks was across town, nowhere near her school. But what made my hands shake was the credit card number on the receipt. Partial digits that I recognized from 17 years ago. Phoebe, I called upstairs. Can you come down? She appeared in the kitchen doorway, still in her school clothes. My beautiful daughter, 3 months from her 18th birthday. 3 months from when the adoption agreement's contact restrictions expired. What's up, Mom? I held up the receipt. Want to explain this? Her face went through several expressions. You went through my stuff? Your calculus teacher emailed, said you've missed 3 classes this month. It's just coffee with a friend. Which friend pays with a credit card that starts with the same numbers as Curtis Sherman's? Phoebe slumped into a kitchen chair. How long have you known? How long have you been seeing your birth father? 4 months. 4 months. My mind raced through every drama practice, study group, friend's house she'd visited. How many were lies? He reached out on Facebook, Phoebe continued, said he'd been waiting 17 years to meet me, that he never wanted to give me up. The adoption was closed for a reason. He has no right to contact you until you're 18. He said you'd say that. He said you'd try to keep us apart. Curtis Sherman had been 19 when Phoebe was born, a college dropout with a drug problem and a string of arrests. His parents had paid me to take Phoebe, desperate to give their granddaughter a better life. What else has he told you? The truth. Phoebe's eyes flashed with anger. That you bought me, that his parents forced him to give me up, that he's been clean for 10 years and you refused to let him see me. He was arrested for possession just 5 years ago. That's a lie. I have the arrest record. I've kept tabs on him to protect you, or to control the narrative. She stood up, pacing. He showed me documents, checks from you to his family. He told me my real name, the one he gave me before you changed it. Phoebe, those have to be fake. Like my whole life has been fake? He's introducing me to family you've kept me from. Grandparents who want to meet me. His parents are dead. They died in a car accident when you were 3. More lies. I pulled out my phone, showing her the obituaries. Martha and James Miller died 2011. Phoebe barely glanced at the screen. Curtis said you'd have fake documents ready, that you're rich enough to create any story you want. Why would I do that? I've loved you since the day you were born. Or to keep me as your perfect little project, the baby you couldn't have naturally, so you bought one from a desperate teenager. Her words cut deep. Now this stranger was unraveling 17 years of trust in 4 months. Has he asked you for anything? Money? Phoebe hesitated. He mentioned that it's unfair you control money that should be mine. That when I turn 18, I should have access to everything. There it was. Curtis knew about the trust from his parents. Money they'd left for Phoebe's education that I managed. Nearly $200,000 he couldn't touch unless Phoebe gave him access. Did he mention the trust? He said his parents left it for both of us. That you manipulated the will to cut him out. His parents left that money specifically for your education because they didn't trust Curtis. I don't want to hear any more of your documents. She was crying now. I'm meeting him tomorrow. He's taking me to meet my real grandparents. His parents are dead. My maternal grandparents. My birth mother's parents. Yeah, he found her too. Another thing you hid from me. My heart stopped. Crystal Schneider, 16 when she had Phoebe, signed away her rights and disappeared. He found Crystal. She died, overdose, 3 years ago. But her parents are alive. They want to meet me. Tomorrow at noon. Curtis is picking me up from school. You're not going. You can't stop me. I'm almost 18. You're 17, and I'm your legal parent. He's my father. And in 3 months, I can choose to have him in my life without your permission. She left me standing in the kitchen, holding the receipt that had shattered our world. I called my lawyer, then the school to warn them about potential custody interference. The next morning, Phoebe left without saying goodbye. Her backpack seemed heavier than usual. When I checked her room, drawers were empty, photos missing. She wasn't just going to lunch. I called the police as I drove to her school, but when I arrived, Curtis Sherman had already arrived with a forged early dismissal form I'd supposedly signed. Full story on channel linked below.